Commander, this is Vice Admiral Narlock, commanding the Republic 29th Fleet. Welcome to Mek-Sha.
Narlock, you served on the Esseles, didn't you? It's been a long time.
It really has. I'd hoped I'd have the chance to work alongside you again. I have a local contact who's helping me arrange refueling for our ships. Your Jedi friends are already here. Sending coordinates now. Narlock out.
Quite a place, huh?
Commander, this is Jot, an old friend of mine. He served 30 years in the Republic Navy, and now he's Mek-Sha's chief engineer.
Call me Junker. Everyone does. And chief engineer's a bit fancier than we like around here. Me and my crew just keep things running. Lights, water, atmosphere. Mek-Sha's neutral officially, but me and mine will back the Republic to the end. Whatever you need, we'll help you get.
30 years in the service. That's quite a career. You must have seen a lot.
Mostly access hatches and fuel lines. Engies don't get pretty views like officers. But I've had an exciting moment or two.
Junker's been working to get us the fuel we need, but it isn't as easy as I'd hoped.
Like I said, Mek-Sha's neutral, so your ships don't get topped off until the powers that be vote on it. See, Mek-Sha used to be run by the Hutts. The locals kicked them out while they were distracted with McKeb, then started running things themselves. So all the big decisions come down to a vote by the leaders of the 5 biggest crews. Lucky for you, I'm one of them. Huttbreaker. She led the revolt. So now she runs the docks. She'll vote for you. Fuel sales go straight into her pocket. So you just need one more vote.
Unfortunately, I'm no diplomat. And sorry, Junker, but neither are you.
So you need us to get the last vote.
And stop whatever the Empire has planned.
What else did Darth Savik tell us?
We're dealing with Darth Shar. She's the Dark Counselor in charge of Imperial logistics, which doesn't sound very scary.
Maybe. But you don't make the Dark Council just by getting supplies delivered on time. Never underestimate a Sith.
If you're looking for Sith, they'll be with the Brothers. Bunch of creepy slavers down on the lower levels. Empire is their biggest customer.
We can bet they'll show up in force as soon as the fleet starts refueling. We'd better plan out our defenses ahead of time. Could Arn and I scout out the docks a bit? I'd like to see what we're dealing with.
Of course. I'll take you myself.
We'll catch up with you later, Commander.
All right, just us now. No need to put on airs. I know what you're thinking. Because I'd think it too. You've got a whole big fleet out there and a tiny rock full of lowlifes here. Why not just roll in and take what you need?
A place like this doesn't stay independent if they don't have some impressive security.
You're just as sharp as you look. Huttbreaker has a failsafe rigged up. Push a button, it fires a pulse that makes all the fuel on the station inert. Takes weeks to make the fuel useful again. Not the way you want to go, trust me. I got a much easier route for you. Huttbreaker's hosting an auction at her stronghold on the other side of the station. All the crew leaders will be there, and I can get you in. It's your best chance to start winning that last vote.
You've dealt with these crews more than any of us. Any pointers?
I try to stay out of their business as much as I can. Just steer clear of the Brothers. Now, let me just get a few things sorted and we'll get you on your way. What in the...
Who are you?
What in the blazes? I saw that lightsaber. Sith trying to take you out already. In the middle of my turf?
Apparently so. We must have them worried.
I'm the one who's worried. How'd he manage to get in here without setting off a single alarm? Speeder's that way. I'll meet you at Huttbreaker's place in a bit. Gonna put more droids on perimeter security. Blasted Sith think they can just strut right in here.
Fancy meeting you here, boss.
We were catching up with Theron and Lana, and they mentioned you were here. Figured we'd lend a hand.
We've cut a few deals with these people over the years. With our help, you'll know just how to play them. They'll vote however you want.
I'll be glad to have any information you can give me.
Just doing our part. If you're ready, let's head inside. All right, first up, Huttbreaker. Revolutionary leader, liberator, and unofficial queen of Mek-Sha. Her crew runs the main docks.
She won't need much convincing. Selling that fuel will bring in a small fortune, but that only stands if you keep the peace. You get too messy with any of these gangs, Huttbreaker will lock things down no matter how much she stands to make. Keeping Mek-Sha safe is her top priority.
All right. What about the brothers? Jot mentioned they work with the Empire.
Yeah, they're slavers, all part of some weird religious cult. The Empire buys most of their stock.
A lot of the refugees who come through here end up in the brothers' pens, and Huttbreaker isn't above throwing troublemakers their way too.
Needless to say, you won't be getting their vote for anything that helps the Republic. Better to focus on the other crew leaders. First is Veek the Snake. He runs a Rhodian smuggling ring, the Harrido Wald, one of the biggest operations in the galaxy.
Veek's a businessman. He can be anybody's friend if there's an upshot for him. Just have to figure out what he needs and make sure he gets it. The other crew leader is Indigo, Mandalorian. Well, ex-Mandalorian. Same with his crew. They're called something like Darmanda.
They're mercs and gun runners. Indigo has some kind of rivalry with Veek, so it's a good thing you only need one of them to vote your way.
Is there anything else I should know?
We'll keep our eyes open for any other big players, but I'm sure you can handle these guys.
Looks like Huttbreaker's about to give her big welcome speech. Let's find a good spot. Mek-Sha! How are you doing tonight? Look at us! We are surviving! We are thriving! We are turning this tiny rock into the beating heart of the galaxy! Just a few years ago, we were slaves. Now, we're masters. Imagine what we can become in just a few more years. All we've got to do is stay us. Be what we've been so far. We keep the peace, we keep the balance, and we keep moving forward. We've got the whole galaxy laid out in front of us. Everyone else just doesn't see it yet. All they see are the soldiers, politicians, Sith, Jedi. All the people who think they run things, who think their wars decide who's in charge. The truth is, they'll never be in charge. They'll never really run things. You know why? Because while they're busy killing each other, we're making deals, making friends, expanding everything they buy so they can blow each other up. We're selling and getting richer, stronger. By the time they stop and do the math, it will be too late. Because there will be a lot more of us than there are of them. And then, it will be us calling the shots. So stay the course, my friends. It only gets better from here. Welcome to Mek-Sha. Did you enjoy this speech?
I can see how you were able to inspire the rebellion against the Hutts.
Well, the Hutts did most of the work for me, if I'm honest. Someone just had to fire the first shot. Now then, please, enjoy our hospitality. Have a drink on me and keep the peace. You can keep the peace, yes? Narlock gave me his word.
Servants of the Republic often espouse high ideals, even as their deeds tell a very different story.
No need to be rude. Commander, this is Darth Shar.
Dark Counselor in charge of production, logistics, and civil order. How do you do?
Darth Savik mentioned that we might find you here. She's been very cooperative.
Ah, well, she must have been so disappointed not to have killed you. But then we wouldn't have had a chance to meet like this.
I'm sure the two of you have a lot you could talk about, but we do have a previous appointment. Enjoy the auction, Commander.
I do hope we get to meet again soon.
Do you lead the brothers?
We are a brotherhood, united in noble purpose. We have no leader. Our path is obvious. We take beings without value and give them value. We give labor to those who suffer without purpose. Our works enable greater works. Our labors create laborers. Useless beings are made useful again. The galaxy is made better.
Forcing someone to do things against their will is wrong. Slavery doesn't make the galaxy better. It destroys lives.
Activity can only create. Idleness, apathy, inaction, these destroy. Your words waste breath that could be used productively. This entire event is a waste. We will witness no more of it. What do you want?
Not much for small talk, are you?
No, I'm not. And I got a hunch you aren't either. We wouldn't be talking unless you wanted something. So what is it?
To the point. Let me return the favor. I'm looking for some help. Interested?
If you think Darmanda want to fight and die in your little war, you're out of your mind. We're doing just fine on Mek-Sha.
I'm here to get your help with our operations on Mek-Sha. No fighting needed.
Interesting. Depending on the details. Look, this isn't a good place to do business. Too many years. Maybe the canteen will later, and we'll see.
Chonky faguta geopora geotokakise. Demote que casa do bonielis di otto. Chai con kunta chichai.
It depends on how well you treat your friends.
Makipuna male tutta od mishka. Conchita chichakta. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala tuta. Koba ne puta taise jeskusku.
I'm curious. What's your stance on fueling the Republic ships?
Kasuyali koyaran kenka kurum. Kliskataka yos bosko ukopokuta. Makipuna male tutta od mishka. Kusa mala chikuta. Ikosa mose ala tuta.
The sooner the better.
Pampaula kavaji otto.
What do you have in mind?
Bulawa michade sula. Kafstul nile. Gio hola lokuta. Tuni machechu. Kuti nanki he. Wanawa de bloto wichawa.
Had enough fun for one night?
I'm finished here.
We heard about the assassin earlier. Glad you're still in one piece. They should have known one Sith wouldn't cut it with you.
Did they send anyone after you or Arn?
Not yet. It really is strange. You're the toughest of us all. Going after you one-on-one was a total waste. On the bright side, the docks aren't the defensive nightmare I was afraid they'd be. Plenty of good choke points, blind corners, and elevated positions.
Hutbreaker doesn't want an invasion, so Narlock's only allowed to bring a limited deployment. He's rounding up his best troops now.
Got a lot of practice working on droids on Ossus, so I'll help Junker modify his service droids to help us fight. In the meantime, I sent Arn to stake out the Brothers' territory and watch for Imperial activity. If they send anyone after us, we'll know.
How is Arn handling his lessons?
He's a quick study. Much better than he thinks he is. Honestly, once he learns to believe in himself, he'll be fine.
And what about you? How do you feel about being his teacher?
It's not as bad as I was afraid it'd be. I think the old man just gave me an easy one to start off with. But I have to admit, he was right. Teaching someone else really helps solidify the basics for yourself, you know? Helps you focus on what's important.
We best get moving. Let us know how it goes with the crew leaders, huh?
If you need anything, just say the word and we'll be there.
Well, you showed up. I prefer doing business here. Better drinks, no dress code, industrial waste disposal in the back if there's trouble.
Let's pick up where we left off at the party.
Well, let's start here. What exactly do you want from me?
The Republic fleet has to get that fuel. I want you to vote to sell it to them.
I get it. You want to buy my vote. Very upstanding. Well, everything's for sale at the right price. You know how this works. You do a little something for me first, and I'll consider it.
What did you have in mind?
You know that slimy little roadie in Vic? Runs a smuggling crew? He's been raising prices on me, and I'm sick of it. Profits are thin enough without that bug-eyed scammer butting in. I want him and his bodyguards dead. No witnesses, no chance the Darmander catches the blame. I know the guy who's next in line. Done business together. He'll hire some of my guys as bodyguards, and I'll be in a nice spot. So, there it is. Take out Vic, and the vote's yours.
No deal. I won't be your assassin.
Your call. Oh, good luck getting them votes. I'll be here if you reconsider.
Chonky faguta geopora geoto kakise. Makipuna male tutta od Mishka.
Indigo was willing to vote my way in exchange for killing you.
Pata ti tok maki chisa chubala wawuni. Kafstu undile jigo hola lukuta. Pagod pal kuchap ting wampa la agua kilia jikoska. Chonky faguta geopora geoto kakise. Ni at pampa boshura moki.
Who do you support?
Akmanoya no chaita. Tuta Mishka no chaita. Umpakambak ni jitong kagiliski chanaga. Una nakachu ne tutubuga. Kusa malachikuta, ikosa mose ala tuta. Patogawa kiku bakili.
What exactly do you need?
Udi estinuka. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Oya tuka change kapula. Timote kikasa, dobonye lis dioto. Bampaula kava gioto. Umpa bitwala ni bobo.
You want to do business with the Hutts?
Pagtra wanawaka. Mibunawa di te utwipi. Kaso yali koyaran kenka kurung. Umpata ti tok maki chisa chubala wawuni.
I didn't know the exchange was on Mek-Sha.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Manto humpa muli ravavaba. Umpa bitwala ni bobo. Nokta chulna dobela. Patogawa kiku bakili.
I'll bring the envoy back, safe and sound.
Kuchuso yumata chikotoya. Cha aita ye chopa. Mitwana shoto.
Papa me chispa.
You weren't invited to this meeting, Commander.
The Hutts and the exchange working together. Who would have thought?
The enemy of my enemies, my friend. I must say, I am surprised Vic chose his reputation over saving a potential deal with the Hutts.
Konta chota, kasa yuli koira tole kankitong.
So this was just a way to get back at Vic.
Doti puna, manchika pugnoni snimo.
In truth, both of our organizations lose millions of credits to Harrido Wald every month. It's getting expensive.
Kiko ubo kili wata pangka tonko potoko wata.
Once Vik and his ilk are out of the way, we'll divvy up his roots and cruise between ourselves.
Ikaw pa, Gigi, kuting anulia Mek-Sha.